G'day, I'm Stu, welcome to Still's Adventures. Just thought we'd do this quick video on who we are, what we do and what we're all about. Making a video and a YouTube channel, bit of an experience for us, particularly me. I've decided to do it. Hild's the other half. She might feature in a couple of videos, but it'll be primarily me. We're from Gippsland in Victoria, and we love to get out and see the countryside as much as we can. Myself, I just love four-wheel driving and camping. Hilds, she likes four-wheel driving, camping and fishing. I'm not a big fan of fishing, but hey, I'm not handing in my man card. So what do we aim to achieve out of these videos? Well, it's just documenting our travels and what we get up to when we go out camping, four-wheel driving and fishing. So anyway, we've decided to do these videos, and one of the main reasons of doing it is I've been following a couple of other people on YouTube, trip in a van, great stuff there, a trip around Australia. Tyler Thompson does some fantastic work, good work Tyler. Tim Bates, another Gippslander, who does some fantastic videos and provides a lot of information for the viewer. Really good stuff. And they're my inspirations to get out and see the country for what it is. We're new to this, very new to standing in front of a camera, so bear with us. Alright, yeah, it's very amateur at the moment, we're still learning, but hopefully as we progress things will get a lot better, and you'll enjoy the videos that we produce. I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a bit of a walk around of the vehicle that we go camping and four-wheel driving in that gets us from A to B. Okay, the vehicle itself is a 2015 Isuzu D-Max LS-T. It was purchased back in 2016 and it had a few modifications already done to it by the dealership, and I'll talk about those individually as we go through the walk around. The first thing I'll talk about is the bull bar. Right, when the D-Max was first purchased, and I'll call him Max because we always name our vehicles. When Max was first purchased, it was fitted with a factory Isuzu steel bull bar, not winch compatible, however that was all they had available at the time. We could have gone to ARB or whatever, however we chose to just go with the original bull bar, factory bull bar. Got to the point where we required a winch capability on the vehicle, so we hunted around and ended up getting the AFN bull bar fitted to the vehicle. Why AFN? Well, we looked around, and because it already had the factory bar, we would have had to get the plastic bumper to cut to suit, say, an ARB or TJM bar. Well, the only two bars that we could find online that would suit without having to get that was the AFN or the EFS bar. EFS being slightly cheaper, we weren't really happy with the look of it, so we went the bit more expensive AFN bar, but I'm quite happy with it. Alright, it's got rated recovery points already built into it. Alright, wraparound hoops around the headlights, etc. Right, good bar, not too bad at all. I'm happy with it. Gives a good entry angle on the front of the vehicle, so I'm quite happy with that. Fitted with a winch. Okay, it's just a cheaper brand name winch. Haven't had to use it in anger yet. However, it does, when I have had to use it for other things, it hasn't failed at all, so it's a great winch. Name brand, 9-inch spotlights, LED spotlights on the front, mounted to the winch. I'm scared of the dark, they do the job. Right, and the UHF antenna. Alright, this is a name brand GME, 6 decibel antenna, does the job perfectly, not a problem at all. Okay, wheels and tyres. When the vehicle was purchased, it came fitted with the Advanti 18-inch alloyed rims, as opposed to the stock standard Steelies or Isuzu alloys. Nice looking rim, nice and black, no dramas with those. What we've done is we've fitted Cooper ST Max tyres to it. The size we've got on those is 265/60 18s. Right. Never had a problem with the Cooper STs. at all. I've had them on about 5 different vehicles so far. Never a drama. These ones, they've got about 80,000 at least Ks on them at the moment. They've still got another 10,000 at least to go. No dramas at all. Great all-round tyre, not much road noise. You know, just very happy with these tyres. Suspension. Right. When Max was purchased, as I said earlier, it was fitted with a lot of Isuzu Motorsports gear. One of those things it was fitted with was the Isuzu Motorsport suspension. So that included the remote reservoir shock absorbers. Right? Not bad. It still had a standard lift on it. They just replaced the shockies. However, after about 18 months, 2 years, I noticed that the front reservoirs started leaking. They'd done the O-rings. After a bit of toing and froing with Isuzu, I decided to stuff it and went for a complete aftermarket suspension kit. So the suspension kit that we had fitted was an Ironman kit, 300 kilos constant load in the back, which gives us about a 50mm lift all round, with foam shell with the foam shell. I'll get it right in a minute. With the foam cell with really good shock absorbers. Okay, also dealer fitted was the Snorkel itself. It's an Isuzu Motorsports Snorkel. Right, slightly different shape at the intake end, but it's not bad at all. Gives it a little bit of a different look, a bit sleeker, and doesn't have that big ram head on the top. When we're camping, we like to have the awning and set it out. I've just got the name brand awning mounted to the side of the roof rack on the vehicle itself. You know it's a name brand. Alright, people think it's a cheap brand. Yeah, they are cheap. They're affordable. Okay, for the everyday person. This awning itself is 2.5 metres by 3 metres, comes out from the side of the vehicle. So we've got a bit of a footprint there, but it's not bad at all. It keeps the shade, gives us shade and protection from the elements. I'll talk more about the awning a little bit later on, when we do a bit of more of an in-depth walk around with some of the other components that are fitted to the vehicle. So the roof rack we've fitted to the D-Max, it's just a cheapy aluminium one off eBay. At the moment we don't really have a requirement for a $1,000 aluminium roof rack. Yeah, they look flash, but the one we've got, it costs I think $150 off eBay, made in China, but then again isn't everything, and it does the job. A lot of people of late have been asking the questions about roof capacities and loads on your roof rack. Yeah, valid points all round, I can't argue that, but when I consider what I've got on the roof and what gets put on the roof rack, it's not a great deal. Off the top of my head, you know, I can say we'll put a double swag, maybe some comfy chairs, you know, bag chairs, a resin blow mold table, and possibly the recovery treads. And that's about all that'll go on the roof rack itself, and it's tied down with ratchet straps just to secure them to the roof. So it's not a heavy load that goes up there. If anything, the heaviest thing that may end up going up on the roof rack would be the chainsaw in the chainsaw box. This genuine Isuzu Canopy is not what was on the vehicle when we first purchased it. It was fitted with, back then in 2019, back in 2016 when the vehicle was purchased, it was fitted with a Carry Boy canopy, hard top, no windows, looked great, wasn't overly practical for what we wanted to do. Ended up getting hold of the factory canopy off another guy who had it, didn't want it, liked the Carry Boy, so we did a swap. Great idea, saved us both a lot of coin. The canopy itself, it's a good canopy, does the job, gives us a little bit more room inside the back. Unfortunately, being factory, it's not reinforced, so I can't fit any roof racks to it. at this stage. If there's a way we can do that apart from forking out $500 to Roller for a reinforcement kit, put your comments in down below and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so the rear of the vehicle in the tub compartment, that's where our storage is. Obviously we've got our fridge, 60 litre Engel or Engel, however you want to pronounce it, tomato. On an MSA fridge slide, we chose the drop down slide. We've had it for a while since our last vehicle, which was a 2008 Nissan GU Patrol STL. Yeah, I miss that car. I really do miss the Patrol. Anyway, yeah, so we've got the drop down slide, fridge slide. Works okay. I'm not overly happy with it, but then again, this isn't a review on the slide. This is what we carry and how we set up. The draw system, yeah, Titan draw system. They came out of the Patrol, so they're only 900 long. They don't go the full length of the tub itself, which isn't a bad thing because it saved us some room and created space to put other things. Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail of the actual what's in each drawer. Alright, however, the left drawer, so this is all their recovery gear, tools, etc. like that we carry, and I'll cover that in a moment, what sort of things that we take bush. The right hand drawer, this is our living gear, okay, everything that allows us to survive food wise and cooking wise, so all those little bits and bobs that you'll need when you're setting up your camp. And again, I'll go into that in a little bit more detail shortly. On the right hand side of the tub, we've got our water jerry. All right, at the moment it's plumbed up to just a caravan pump. All right, it does the job, works a treat. However, I'm looking at in the future of putting an electric pump in there for our drinking water. So also in the back, I've got just a spade sitting in the back here, just tucked away in the back for if we need to dig holes, etc. And I've also hardwired the air compressor into the back of the tub, and that goes straight to the second battery that I've got in the back. I'll show you in a moment. The reason I hardwired it was sitting in the drawer system, however, taking up space, and whenever I had to, use the air compressor, it became a real pain to have to drag everything out just to get to the air compressor. So I just hardwired it in here, mounted it in. Works a treat. Okay, so I spoke earlier about the drawer system, and you see how they don't come all the way to the front of the tub, which isn't a bad thing, because it creates this area here where we can store other things like our fold-up table, toilet chair, cooker things like that. They're out of the way below the top of the tub, the drawer system. All right. It also gives us somewhere to store our auxiliary battery, which is actually stored underneath the little false floor I've made up there. So, like anything on this vehicle, everything's a work in progress. I'm always looking for a better way of doing things. Always open to modify things that might have worked a little bit but could be done better. So we'll go around the other side and have a bit of a closer look at that. Okay, so on the other side here, I've got pretty much my 12 volt controls here for in the back. So from the starting battery in the front of the vehicle, we've got our C-Tech DC-DC charger, which basically controls the charging of the second battery, which is located under here. All right, with that, I've got a couple of Anderson plugs, some light switches and that, which still as a work in progress. I haven't even wired those up to anything, even though it says that they are. I've got an Anderson plug on the top. That goes direct to the actual battery for my solar panel that I've currently got. I've got a 12 volt socket for the fridge, which the fridge cord plugs straight into. USB sockets just there, nice access to the side of the car, and a couple of other 12 volt sockets there, so quite versatile. It's got its own fuse box built into it with its blade fuses there, so I haven't got a drama with that at all. It's a great little jigger. Right. You see on the other side of the canopy, I've mounted all our spare tent poles just on the railing on the inside of the canopy itself, just with a couple of bungee cords just to hold them in place. One thing I do like to do is just maintain and
maximise the storage space I've got within the vehicle itself. So I try and utilise every bit, little nook and cranny that I can, as long as it's easily accessible.
So thanks for watching. I hope you join us again next time. Don't forget, subscribe down below, click the little bell icon so that you know when we put up a new video, okay, and like what you've seen. All right, help us to grow our channel so we can get it out there, people can see a bit more of the country than what you would normally do. Cheers.